Oh shit, did we just get introduced to Best Girl? Listen, I'm a little weirded out by her nose. She kind of looks like Goofy and his kids. But in terms of personality, she might be the best. Hold up, let's let her cook. I mean, f it, why not? We'll just do it like this. If you really think about it, this might be the great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather of Truck-kun. Flying Cart-kun to Isekai, yo bitches. Now, I'm sure you're gonna want to say, oh, but Brandon, this isn't an Isekai. This can't be the ancestor. This can't be the inspiration of Truck-kun. And to that I say, you're smooth-brained, you don't have imagination, sit down and listen. And two, I say I'm right. Think about it. We are in a world of dark gods, dark beings. You think it's not possible for some magical mumbo-jumbo to split the universe wide open and infect itself into every other anime series, light novel series, you name it? You need to think outside the box. Cart-kun is absolutely the inspiration for Truck-kun. And I'm not making jokes, I'm obviously super duper serious. Make sure you drop a like, share your support, subscribe if you're new on your Patreon is of course you'll catch those full live reactions. You want to watch those and help fund the channel. So, with that little fun little joke out of the way, which I'm sure, you know, there's going to be at least 10% of people who will try to argue with me in the comments section, not understanding what a joke is. This was an interesting episode. I actually was expecting it to be a very slow episode, given how the first half-ish of the episode went, which was fine, given all the excitement we had in the prior couple. But to have something where they did escalate it by the end, but they also just dropped kind of bombshell after bombshell after bombshell. I mean, you kickstart the episode off with like maximum aura. This woman comes in and pretty much says, I'm slapping my dick on the table. This dude's gonna come a knocking? No, we're not gonna work with him. We're not gonna be like, oh, he has a regalia, so therefore he's a good... No, we're gonna break his regalia. And listen, does she get her ass handed to her? Sure. But I don't care if it's a man, I don't care if it's a woman, I don't care if it's a child, I don't care if it's a baby. If you're gonna be talking to us like that, I'm gonna root you on. Now, did Thor's hammer do much? Right now it feels like no, but I'm not gonna be surprised if the direction they end up going. So basically, she has this like a little hammer, right? And the concept is we smash his regalia with it. Okay, makes sense. She doesn't know if she connected, because what ended up happening was she's like, okay, because she's being held at throat point here, like basically Kingpin holding up Spider-Man, right? And she's like, if I switch hands and I hit it once, that should get the job done. I might die, but it should. And then ends up turning because our girl pops up with Cart-kun, and then she obviously can just hit with her right hand. We do see like a big kind of explosion go off, but she even says, I don't know if it connected. What I think they're going to be doing is the fact that it did connect, but it wasn't like an instantaneous smash. It probably did some sort of crack or something, and throughout that fight, eventually his regalia is going to shatter. That's my impression, but I feel like it's going to be a combination of it started the crack, it started the damage, but the actual fight we now have with our girl is going to, you know, finish the whole thing. Either way, really cool stuff. And I like the idea of how they know the king is still alive, right? So basically, the way they explain it is the forge would be like dormant. It would have no color, no flame. It would just look like it's dead inside if there wasn't someone who was worthy of the throne alive. So that means our child here is still alive, and that gives them hope about how like they still have a future heir and everything like that. And in the meantime, well, Queen Mommy over here is gonna get the job done. Do I think this species looks like Goofy? Yes. And I'm gonna give you a comparison. The nose makes it look like any of these people could be related to Goofy. Now, not Goofy himself, but Goofy's children. The similarities are uncanny, man. But in terms of the actual narrative and the characterization, everything that they're doing for them, as goofy ass as they are, I'm loving them, man. Like, we end the episode with them saying, let's figure out where your future's gonna go. Baby touches the little magical keypad, forge opens up. After we, I don't know, did some weird symbiote portal of death to get rid of everyone in front of us. It was hilarious. The show's world building is just, it's so weird to me, because the more I learn about the mangaka, the more it just doesn't make sense that this series is real. So I've been saying it for a while. When I first started the show, and everything that I've seen since, I was convinced it was an older manga. Like, early 2000s minimum, but I wasn't going to be shocked to learn that this was some 90s manga or something that just finally got adapted, right? Everything about it, and no. It started at the end of 2020, bro. Like, it's a very new series. And the craziest part is the author never even did works like this. I'll have it on screen because I'm drawing a blank on what apparently they were working on before this, but it's just like, well, how do you go from that to this? It's wild. But they're doing great. I mean, the production team be cooking. It has this nice, gritty, dark fantasy feel, something, you know, the late 90s, early 2000s minimum. And to watch the amount of action we've had, fantastic. Monkey brain, drooling, it's great. I love it. But stuff like when we're leaving, right? And we go from this group of villagers being like, we're going to slit your throat, hero. We hate heroes. To, boy golly, are we sad you're going to leave. Now, that's a pretty massive jump in personality. And sure, naturally saving them or doing something is enough to, you know, flip a switch. It's pretty much in human nature to do so. But I felt like they did extra. They really, like, made it all work. And what's really cool, too, is the girl with the magnetic powers, right? The idea that it's so stupid, but it's brilliant because she, like, uses her gauntlets to, like, float away like a jetpack, and then she steals the cart with the baby, right? She's like, all right, I'm out this bitch. And then they're just there, and they're like, hey, bitch, this makes it easier. You're just our pack mule. In any other show, someone who was supposed to be the psychotic anime bitch, because when we first got introduced to her, that's the vibe she gave off, right? I was like, oh, she's a psychotic yandere, gonna be a psychopath. And she dead ass multiple times had a freak out, not because like, I'm not gonna, she just want to go home. Imagine being in your own world so much that your enemies who have you at sword point, you're not saying, just kill me and get it over with. You're not going to get information out of me. No, she's basically saying, I'm not going to tell you shit. All right, can I go home? She better travel with us. Now, that's a crazy thing to ask for, given where she is. But this might be the only show where I can unironically see a way to keep her around, if only because they say, we're going to kill you if you don't, and we need you to fly the cart around. We're going to magic school bus this shit. I'm loving it. It's remained to be one of my favorites of the season, and personally, probably going to be in a top 10 of the year for me, if we're being honest. It better get a season 2, and if not, I'm going to have to read the manga, bro. It's good. It's real good. Tell me your thoughts down below. What did you think of the origin of Truck-kun? Because I'm super duper serious. And favorite moment, if you got any. Honestly, just the girl being like, he got a regalia? He ain't no hero. I'm going to go smash it. I thought that shit was aura-farming in and of itself. Your thoughts, though, leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new around. Your Patreon is, of course, so you catch those full live reactions and other exclusives like, hey, I give video shoutouts to my patrons. So today, we got Jewel, Akado, James, Ariscotres, Oliseum, Lunchbox Slayer, Blue Wizard, and we also have Annoying Waffle. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care, and y'all have a good one.